AI adoption is growing fast. According to a Stanford study, 78% of organizations used AI last year. But even with all of this momentum, a lot of people still believe some pretty outdated myths about what AI can and can't do. Today, I'm going to be clearing the air. Whether you're a small business owner, a team leader, or just curious about AI, I'm going to be breaking down 5 common misconceptions and explain what's actually true and talk a little bit about how you can use AI safely and effectively. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Kinnett. I'm CEO and founder of iTernal Networks, and here at iTernal Networks, we believe in empowering businesses and individuals with the knowledge that they need to succeed. So every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on our socials to discuss different topics around cybersecurity and technology to help empower others. These live streams aim to help small business owners and really anybody feel more confident in their knowledge about business, technology, and cybersecurity. At iTernal Networks, we're dedicated to creating safe and secure environments for businesses and people to do what they love. And we believe that staying educated on technology is a big part of fortifying your business environment so that you can do that. At the end of the live stream, I'll be answering questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, have them ready, post them in the comments at any time, and I'll make sure to cover them at the end. That being said, let's get on to today's topic. AI is everywhere right now. But along with all of the excitement and innovation, there's also a lot of confusion, thanks to outdated assumptions, media hype, and a fair bit of science fiction. If you're a small business owner trying to make sense of it all, well, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to be debunking the top 5 AI myths that might be holding you back from using AI to improve your business. Let's start with one of the biggest myths that are out there. AI knows everything. Here's the truth. AI is not an expert in everything, really not an expert in anything, and it does not have unlimited data. What it does do is predict facts and generate convincing conclusions. When you use tools like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or any of them, the answers sound very confident because it's programmed to do that. The system is just generating statistically likely responses based on patterns that it has been trained on. That data might be flawed, it might be outdated, and the result could be what experts call AI hallucinations, which are basically outputs that seem legitimate or real, but are inaccurate, wrong, or completely made up. Imagine making a business decision based on a summary of a legal document, only to find out later that AI got the facts wrong. That could cost you financially, legally, and in lost trust. Remember, most AI models have a knowledge cutoff. So if something happened after that date, the AI doesn't know about it unless it's been retrained and updated. And some AI models, that cutoff date is 3, 4, 5 years ago. So it's important to be aware of that. So how do you use AI responsibly knowing this myth? Well, here's a few tips. Always, always, always have a person review any outputs from AI. Don't just blindly trust it. Review it and make sure that it's what you want and what you understand. Double check any citations and data with real sources, and make sure you're asking AI to provide the citations and the data sources where it's getting its assumptions and its conclusions from. Use a checklist when you're using AI. Is this accurate? Is it on brand, right? Is this something that I want representing my company? Is it secure? Add whatever makes sense to you to your checklist. And finally, if you're handling sensitive data, make sure that you're using enterprise-grade tools that let you opt out of data sharing. All right, myth number 2, AI will replace all jobs. Well, it's a fear that we hear all the time. Here's the deal. AI in its current state is not replacing jobs. It's changing them. AI is automating repetitive, rule-based tasks so that humans can do what humans do best: think critically, solve problems, and connect with people. Let's talk about a few examples. In customer support, chatbots can handle common questions so that agents can focus on more complex issues. IT help desks. AI can help document tickets and flag routine fixes so that techs can tackle deeper problems. In finance, AI can handle transaction monitoring, freeing up analysts for more strategic type planning. And in marketing, AI can personalize content and automate follow-ups, letting sales teams focus on the relationships. In HR and recruiting, AI can screen resumes and schedule interviews without replacing human judgment. But there's also some real challenges that go along with this as well. You'll need to reskill your team, ease fears about job loss, and foster a culture where people and AI work together, not against each other. Organizations that adapt, train, and empower their teams will thrive, and those that resist will risk falling behind. That being said, if you implement AI in your organization, it's going to lead to a more streamlined operation and allow you to do more with less. Now, that could lead to some job losses. That's the reality of it, right? A more effective, more efficient team may not need as many team members. But if you flip that around, it could also lead to a more effective, more efficient team that is able to scale and grow your company without adding headcount. All right, myth number 3, AI is only for big companies. While that might have been true 5-6 years ago, it's not anymore. Thanks to cloud tools, open source software, built-in AI features, small and mid-sized businesses now have easy, affordable access to AI. You don't need a huge IT team. You don't need a massive budget. Here's a few ways small businesses are using AI right now. Customer resource management tools, or CRMs, like HubSpot, use AI to prioritize leads, those that are more likely to respond in a positive manner to your messaging. Content tools like Jasper or ChatGPT can help you to write blog posts and emails faster than you could on your own. Chatbots like Intercom can handle appointments and FAQs. HR tools like Bamboo HR can help to automate your onboarding. Analytics tools like Hotjar or Google can highlight where users are dropping off of your site. And Microsoft Copilot can summarize documents and help to rewrite content to improve readability. These are just a few of the many, many, many ways that small businesses are using AI. Start small. Look for where your team is overwhelmed by repetitive tasks and apply AI to help to lighten the load. All right, next myth on our list: AI is safe to use. Well, this is a mixed bag here. Let's talk a little bit about data security, because not all AI tools are created equal. Many free or popular tools collect everything that you input. That means if your team is using one of these free platforms and is entering in client information, internal processes, heaven forbid, login credentials, that data could be logged, reused, or even leaked. This is especially risky for industries that deal with regulations like HIPAA or GDPR. To stay safe, make sure that you set clear rules for your organization about what data can go into AI tools. Make sure that you're choosing platforms that have strong privacy protections and that they're configured properly to protect your data. Make sure that you review every tool's privacy policy and security features. And if needed, consider a local or private AI model for high-risk data. And also, always train your team on how to use AI responsibly. Security should be a starting point, not an afterthought. All right, myth number 5, our last myth. AI works without any effort. I would add maybe without even any thought. Well, here's the myth, right? You plug something into an AI tool, type a prompt, and magic happens. Nope, not that easy. AI only works well when you give it context, structure, and clear instructions. This is where prompt engineering comes in. Let's say you type, I need to write an email to a client. You're probably going to get something bland and generic that sounds a lot like emails that you've received. Now imagine using this as a prompt. Help me to write a professional email notifying a client about an upcoming service update, including the timeline, expected downtime, and how to contact support if needed. See the difference? I would even argue that that prompt is not thorough enough to give you the proper outcome. The more context you give, the better the output. But even then, human review is essential. You're going to need to check for accuracy. Make sure that it matches your tone and the voice of your brand. Look for any weird phrasing or errors. AI loves using words and phrases that are not necessarily commonly used in our vocabulary. So look for those and make sure you're correcting those so it sounds more like you. You'll also want to integrate AI into your systems and not just use it in isolation. Make sure that the tools connect with your CRM, project management software, and email tools. Also, before you put all this into your operations, make sure you're piloting your use cases, collect feedback, and keep refining. AI doesn't eliminate work, it shifts it. The effort goes into guidance, review, and optimization. Now, I get it. There's a lot of hype around AI, and knowing what's real and what's risky can be overwhelming, especially if you're running a business and wearing many hats. But you don't have to figure it out all alone. If you'd like to keep learning in a real no-pressure environment, please feel free to join our upcoming AI briefing. We do those every Thursday. It's just 20 minutes. And we talk about some practical ways to use AI in your business. We answer questions, and we talk about tools that actually work. No jargon, no sales pitch, just value. We've dropped the link in the chat and the video description below, so make sure you grab your spot for this week or the next week, one of our upcoming sessions. Those will then further down the road lead into some custom prompt generation trainings that we'll be having. So if you're interested in one of the custom prompt trainings, please post in the comments. Let us know that you're interested. We'll make sure that we contact you when we have one of those scheduled. Also, if you'd ever want to have a one-on-one and talk about what AI might look like in your business, you can always call me or send me a DM anytime. I'd be happy to help you think through what's possible and what makes sense for where you're at right now. All right, let's take a look at our comments and see if we have anything from our live audience, any questions. Let's see. I don't see any comments or questions from our live audience. Thanks for joining today. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment with any questions or thoughts that you might have. Your feedback helps us to create content that's valuable to you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can hit that little bell notification icon so that you get updates whenever we release new content. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to help you to navigate the world of technology and cybersecurity and AI. If you need any further assistance, please feel free to reach out to us via direct message, contact our office, email us. All that information can be found on our website at itnet.works. Thank you.